Hi there, welcome to Hourglass Workshops and Conversations with Nancy and Cheryl. I'm Nancy Burns, I'm an acupuncturist in San Jose, California.
And I am Cheryl Seavey. I'm a writer and researcher on women's midlife issues, and I'm also in San Jose. And we are in the middle of doing a 4-part series on ages and stages of women. And we talked last time about the decade of the 50s, and this time we want to really talk about the decade of the 60s, which can be a great decade of exploration and adventure and
A lot of fun.
And the 50s, we mentioned that there's a lot of changes, but the 60s is really settling into what the next couple of decades are going to be like.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
there are some challenges though.
yes.
One of the things that has become apparent to me is people in their health. A lot of people start to have health problems in their 60s. So, but it is not the time to say, oh, it's just because I'm getting old.
Right. It does not have to be the decade of decline.
It is not.
And I'm a perfect example of that. In my late 50s, I've struggled with my weight for most all of my life, and I decided that I was going to get into shape. I ran my first half marathon in my late 50s. I think it was 59.
Yeah.
And actually, I had a blog post for quite a while called "Lacing Up at 60," and I ran my first marathon and my last at age 68. So it clearly can be done,
Yeah.
And I'm in
Absolutely.
great shape, much better than I was, several decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
I see, with my patients, it goes one way or another.
Yes.
People retire and they get into wonderful sports, get themselves in great shape, or they go south.
yeah.
And you can find the middle ground there.
Yeah, it's a real decade of choice.
Yeah.
And the other issue, certainly is our physical well-being, but then also our financial well-being. Many of us during our 60s consider retiring or certainly dialing it back or changing it up. And you really need to understand kind of what is that financial security and stability for you,
Yeah.
and getting your ducks lined up for the next 20, 30 years. So
Yeah.
that's an issue, and the other that I see certainly in my research and with several of my friends is the caregiving issue.
Yeah.
That's become a huge
That's
challenge.
become a big deal. I know so many people in their 60s that are taking care of grandchildren.
And not because they want to for an afternoon. It's
Yeah.
become
No.
a necessity for a variety of reasons.
financial for their kids.
Yeah.
Or they're taking care of a ailing parent, and by the time you're in your 60s, your parents are getting up there.
Yes.
So they have health issues.
Right. Or an alien spouse.
An ailing spouse.
partner,
Boy, we know
right.
people that's going on
Yeah.
with too.
And that's a huge
That's a
change.
tough one because you're losing your partner,
Mhm.
and it's like, that wasn't what you bought into.
Right.
When you
Well,
got
there was
married.
that better or worse part.
Yeah. So it's like, oh.
Yeah, and that's a struggle. So the 60s can be, can certainly be challenging.
And the other thing that I see with people is making peace with their age.
Yes.
And I know it was a challenge for me when I stopped coloring my hair, cut it off, and went white. And I had a lot of positive reinforcement about that, but I really had to adjust to all of a
Right.
sudden being an old lady with white hair.
And you weren't either. Exactly. And so that's it, making peace with yourself, getting rid of the clothes that may have looked great on us when we were in the 20s.
Yeah.
The bikinis gotta go.
Yeah, those days are over.
Yeah, the mini skirt I'm never
Yeah.
gonna get back
Hot
into.
pants.
Yeah, what was I thinking? So
Yeah.
if you have any of those clothes from the 70s,
Let them go.
yeah, get rid of them. And it's about saying no to maybe who you used to be, but who are you?
Yeah.
And really reflecting on that because
Because it's a great time
yes,
of life.
it is.
Great.
Well, and in
You
talking
know.
to your mom,
Yeah.
she's having a wonderful time, and
Yeah.
there's a calmness that comes about at this age. So give it some thought. What are you saying yes to? This is a time to get your ducks in order, and it's a time to let go of things. So check us out for more information on Hourglass Workshops. Leave a comment below, and until then, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Nancy.
Bye now.
Bye.